Hi, this is Lauren Engel. For my first video of this series, I'm with Sonia at this really amazing mid-century home in Eagle Rock, and I'm so obsessed with it. I can't wait to show you guys. And Sonia did such a good job of explaining everything and how everything works in this space, so I'm excited to show this video to you guys.
This is one of those houses that lends itself to California living. You have a beautiful indoor-outdoor flow, open space that creates an ease of communication with other people that you're living with. Mid-century, that was a completely different era that introduced a new way of living for all of us. Instead of, we moved from these very formal spaces with Victorians and Spanish, very compartmentalized, into this open living where you can stand in the kitchen and talk to your guests while you're entertaining, and you can slide open, big, huge walls and then step outside. So it really brought that indoor-outdoor California living flow. And it was a time also of great optimism. It was after the war. They couldn't build houses fast enough back then. And they really stuck to the simplicity of materials and how that worked with the environment. And especially for a home like this is built, it's positioned on the cul-de-sac just right to be in that curve where you're not exposed to anything. You come in through the door, you're in this very private setting, which is unusual for LA. The kitchen is simple. That's how they built it back then. You've got tiled counters. It's the original cabinets that were built all as one back then. The current owner came in and he did quite a bit of work, but he really stuck to keeping the core. Stove and the oven are of that period. All of the rooms flow. The nice thing about this, you do have this main level, but then you've got rooms upstairs, and then you've got this beautiful door that goes down to another room. So he really took his time to not break the house apart, but keep that simplistic form, which is the beauty of the modern era. So the living room has a fireplace, wood burning, which is great, even for California. I know it doesn't get cold, but even on a day like this where you have the rain, it feels really warm and welcoming inside. There are windows on each side of the room, so you really get a lot of diffused light coming throughout the day. There's this huge sliding glass door where you can open it up and you see right outside into the huge yard. He basically left in all the bamboo that was here and just let it grow up throughout the years, and it really adds to that Zen, peaceful retreat feeling. The other room, funny enough, he describes as an odd laundry area is how he found it. Instead, he cleaned it all out and really opened it up to make it a bedroom. You don't expect it because how you get in there is this door that you push open, and it almost seems very integrated with the wall that it's on. It has corrugated iron that you see from the fence that's looking through the window. So there's a little bit of an edge down there too, which I think is really fun. The upstairs bedroom has a great view and has a nice little nook in there that I would actually spend a lot of time sitting in that area looking out at the view and the hills, which is something quite unique because usually, mid-centuries you find on one level. The mid-century era was a time of exploration, time of finding new materials that hadn't been used in architecture before. Like steel was never used, that was an industrial product. The indoor-outdoor living, the looseness of the time that was coming, that was the period that this space was built in. That was the ethos that it holds on to today. That retreat feeling, that retreat kind of away. We live in LA, it's very fast paced, so to come home to a space like this, it's just relaxing. You can turn yourself off, you can just really feel at peace when you're in the house. Look at that rain.